Hello, I'm Eirene, the director of Havana Glasgow Film Festival. We're going forward for our 7th festival this year, and I'm here with
Tatiana Heise. I'm a lecturer at the University of Glasgow and a long-term collaborator of Havana Glasgow.
You are, and what is it you do for us at the festival?
So it's been a few years now, and what I do is, well, we always have some discussions about the films that you're showing, and also I like to give talks and introduce the films and have organized Q&As with the filmmakers or actors, actresses, so generate debate with the audience. I say that's really my main function.
Yeah, and you've done quite a few for us on our Thursday evenings at the GFT, and these are always really interesting discussions. We usually get a really good full audience at the GFT for these films. We're of course delighted you've been with us for so long, and hopefully be coming back for a lot longer. So what made you want to work with the festival in the first place?
You? I'm just thinking back to a few years back when we had a little meeting. You came to the university and we spoke, and you said, you know, I'm organizing this festival. And I was really interested in, first of all, in being able to share a bit of my expertise with an audience that wasn't academic. Much as, you know, I enjoy teaching and discussing with other academics, it's really great to be able to use all the knowledge that we have at the university to interact with a wider community, with people in the city. And so it's this engagement with audiences, with non-academic audiences, that really attracts me. It's very rewarding. Because they bring such a different perspective into what I do, different from the students. Because you have, they're more varied. It's people from Glasgow, from other parts of the country. We have a good international audience as well, people who are interested in Latin America, and people of all ages. So that's always really good.
I do like, yes, we do attract kind of people from all ages who are just interested in a variety of different kind of cinema. I remember the very first time, it was only the second film festival, we did that you were very interested in the influence of Cuban cinema on Brazilian cinema. And I can't help thinking, because we were just sort of starting off then, so our audiences have grown since then. I just thought that was such an interesting lecture and event that maybe we need to do that one again with.
I think so, because I remember when we had that first talk, I was writing about how, you know, the more transnational aspects of cinema, and traditionally in film studies, films have been looked at separately in terms of the nation framework. So one of the things an approach that I take in my work is this: see films, how they engage with the films of other nations, other cultures. So I thought that the Havana Glasgow Festival was a good opportunity to demonstrate how this works in practice. So yeah, the interaction of Brazilian filmmakers with the Cuban filmmakers, with Icaic in the 1960s, but also today.
And having this context for the films, you know, when you're seeing films and when they're made in a context, and that's something that we think is really important as well when we're doing the festival, the context of the films that we're showing. So what is it you're most looking forward to? You've seen our programme for this year. I mean, obviously it's a pretty exciting programme in general, but what is it that you're most excited about?
Really excited about being back in a cinema, in a physical cinema. It's just great. Even though last year was really interesting, you know, especially because we had people from everywhere in the world looking at the screenings and debates, but looking forward to having again this live interaction with people. As you know, I was looking at the program and the film about Fidel. You'll need to remind me of the title.
It's Fidel Up Close.
Fidel Up Close. Yeah,
it's by a Mexican director, Eduardo Flores, who hopefully is going to be coming. We're just working out flights today, actually, just seeing if we could get him here. He's going to be in Italy, presenting the film in Italy, which means it's not too far for him to come over to Glasgow for a couple of nights, so fingers crossed he can come. But yes, it's a very interesting documentary with lots of archives that haven't been seen before, lots of footage not seen before. And I know you're particularly interested in that, in bio
I am, because like as the title suggests, Fidel Up Close, there is a tendency in documentaries recently to look at these very mythic, legendary figures, but from a more intimate perspective, a personal, to look in their lives as family man, their interaction with the people who are close to them. So the more human side rather than historical. So this is something that I'm looking forward to in this film. Also, the film about Castro's spies, which looks like a topic that hasn't been explored before, and I'm sure
that's quite an exciting screening, because it was actually shown at the Glasgow Film Festival, but it wasn't shown live. So the director, Ollie's coming over. He's very excited about the film actually being on the big screen in Glasgow, and we're excited about having him here. And you're going to be doing the Q&A for us on that one.
I hope so. Yes. Looking forward to
well, it's lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
And we're doing a little series of talking to the people behind the festival, just talking to people that have been collaborating with us for a few years now, and it's really nice and happy to be able to do that. Tatiana's our first person in this series, so we're delighted about that. And please do check out all that's happening in our programme. Once we get it out there, we'll be letting you know soon. And well, thank you very much.
That's it. Yeah.